Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, wherever it is that you are joining us from. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome to all the early birds to the class. Welcome you all to Track and Field ThoughtNet. And definitely, as you has remembered, that we have our special guest with us tonight. So tonight, definitely, we'll be having a great conversation. Please remember that you can shoot your questions if you have any questions so that we are able to have, a great conversation as we normally do, because tonight we will be having one of our great athletes. I see that we also have another admin in the building, so we are definitely going to be talking of a storm. I'm not so sure, good night, why you seem so far,
I
but
seem far?
yeah. Yes, you seem a little bit far for me. It seems like
All
you're
right.
not up close and personal. So as you come on in, everyone, please remember to share and to tell someone about it so that other persons are able to come on over and join the conversation. Good night, Sandy. Good night, Zavian. Good night, Can. Early to the class one more time. You're present live and direct. Definitely, definitely. And because we
That
are
good now?
early, yes, you're a little bit better. Thank you so much. Right? So we want to be having the conversation. Because we are early to the conversation, we definitely going to kickstart it tonight, as we have said before, and as we have been showing up and showing out, that our special guest with us tonight is none other than a Olympian and also a world champion, a junior champion. She has been national 400-meter hurdles champion numerous occasions, numerous times. So, family, let us all welcome to the family here at Track and Field ThoughtNet, none other than the great Janieve Russell. Good night to you, Miss Russell. How are you doing?
Good night, everyone. I am doing well and hope everyone is doing well as well.
We are, we are.
Good
Great,
night.
great, great. Good
Thank
night.
you so much for taking the time out of the busy schedule, because definitely I know that you just ran this weekend and you're preparing to maybe leave the island. Like today is Monday. I would want to assume
Yeah,
maybe like Wednesday for your meet
tomorrow.
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 See?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So thank you so much for taking the time out and giving us this opportunity to just have a quick conversation with you and stuff. Don't feel any afraid. Don't be afraid. We are lovable people over here. We are a great family over here. We're great over here. Yeah, we may lick you a little bit hard, just putting it out there, but we're still going to love you and we're still going to look on
Okay,
you. Okay? Yeah, so
no
Kino,
problem.
anything for Smiley?
Just welcome to the program. What a way to kick off the year, Latoya. Good job, good going. Get someone of someone with the credentials that she has. It's crazy to me. So welcome to the program, and we're gonna have fun.
We're
Yes, I'm
definitely going to.
excited.
Yes. I like when you're smiling. You must continue giving more smiles. Yeah. See that when you're smiling for me, you're a bit more comfortable. I don't know. Because maybe because
Oh,
I love to smile, but yeah. Not you,
oh me?
Kino. Not you,
Oh,
Kino. I'm talking to Jelly. Not you at all. Just a compliment. I'm talking about her smiles. So just a compliment. You do have a great smile. So keep
Oh,
smiling
thank you.
very much.
Mm.
Very well. Well, I mean, let us kickstart it with your 200-meter open on Saturday.
Oh,
The
guess
season.
everybody can see me.
Repeat what you said.
No, I forgot to. Everybody can see me, so I went like this.
Let's kickstart with your 200-meter open on Saturday that you did the season best in the 200 meters. A good run from me. I thought it was a very good run. How did you feel about that? What was your feel for you about it?
Well, for me personally, as athletes or in humans ourselves, we have a high standard for ourselves. We have things that we set for ourselves and goals that we set for ourselves that we really want to accomplish. So I had a goal to really I wanted to open with 23 high,
Mm-hmm.
preferably. But the our GC was very windy, I must say. And
Always.
I had a rough week in training. It was a very loaded week. So I can't really knock myself too hard. I have to give grace. The most positive part of it, I liked how I looked. My form was looking good. I was looking strong. So I have to take the positive out of it.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Good to know that in spite of, how your week was, you still were able to pull through it and do it. And as I said, give yourself grace because
Yeah.
you do deserve grace. I mean, I can't do what you do. Kino may be able to do what you do sometime, but I know I can't do what you do. So, no way, shape, or form, none of it. But
Not
I'm
even on
happy
my
that you,
best day.
I'm happy that you were able to pull through with that. And as you said that you have your own personal goals. Um, what are some of those achievements that you are writing down or looking forward to achieving for your 2025 season? I personally think that the calendar for 2025 is a pack one, or in a little, what, 8 month space, being that
Yeah.
we are already finishing with January. So what is it that you're planning on achieving or hoping to achieve along the line?
Well, the goal remained the same because I haven't achieved what I want to achieve. I do have medals in Commonwealth and World Championship Olympics as a relay member, but I really do want to take home an individual medal and also be a part of the group that are running 51. So that
For
is
it.
my goal, yeah, for the four hurdles. So that is my goal for this year to accomplish that time and to accomplish to be a medalist as well. The stake is high, our event is getting harder. It's getting very competitive across the board. You can't even put a pinpoint which athlete because we have it from Jamaica, we have it in Americans, we have it in Europeans. So that is my goal for 2025. It's been my goal since 2023 at the World Championships in Budapest, and I'm keeping that same way. And I do have an additional goal is for the 400 meter to also be a sub 50 runner. Yeah.
Okay, then. Thank you for saying that because I was going to ask, I have a question to ask in terms of, are you, I know last season you did both at trials. Is
Yeah.
that the same thing you're thinking of doing again this season?
Well, it just depends on how my body feels. Feels, yeah. Because in 2023 I felt really good. So I said, okay, let me just do both. I didn't accomplish the time that I wanted in the 400-meter hurdles in the finals, so I had enough energy to just do both. I was surprised that I got a PB at the time. I just wanted to make the finals. I just wanted to compete because I started off the season late. I didn't get to compete as much as I wanted to. I didn't get to train as much as I wanted to. So that 400 was really a training ground, building up for the Budapest World Championship Games.
Okay. Okay. Kida, any questions for her?
Well, I mean, your goals are very ambitious, and they're not beyond you because you're a very talented athlete. What I want to ask you though is take us back to Janieve Russell before all of this, all of the accomplishments, all of the, all of what you have accomplished, all the things you have done so far. Take us back to uh, primary school. How did it all
Okay.
start?
Let me tell you, I love this question. You see, it all started from a big sister. She used to do track and field. She didn't go to a permanent track and field school. She went to the Clarke College because I'm from Mandeville. And the excitement what my mommy was having when she was on the TV running for the country college, I wanted to be that. My sister used to play badminton, netball, track and field, but she did represent Jamaica in netball. But track and
Who's
field,
your
she was a
sister,
long
may I
jumper.
ask?
Oh, Tamale Russell.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the Cartridge College, and she ran with Shelley in class four. Both of them was in class four, so I said, okay, I wanted to do that. Building up now, primary school, running that sports day, I was really good. I wasn't a sprinter or anything. I was always good in the long distance races. And then my mother used to work as a car wash. She was a receptionist. And that is where she used to wash Mr. Wilson's car. Checking me in and watch it. And mommy say, say about that, she can run. Because everyone, if my mother said me go shop, me I run. I don't walk. So Mr. Wilson said, no man, make sure you do the trials and stuff. I did that. I was talking to my brothers, my sister. My sister said, take the opportunity because she didn't take the opportunity to go either Manchester High School or Homo Technical. She went to the Carchick College and did not get to further her dream in track and field because she was really good at the time. She said, I must go. I took that opportunity up. My first year at Homewood was not the best. I started Homewood Technical at 10 years old. They did not have any grade 7. They only
Oh,
had grade 8. So you know how that go.
Wow.
fail out the first year.
Right.
It was
It's a
very
technical
struggling.
high school.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was very struggling for me because they were moving at a faster pace. I was very young. I wasn't mature enough, like the grade 8 students there. I always wanted to train. I sleep in class a lot, so I failed out the first year. Um, First year champs wasn't the best. I can't recall if I made any finals more than the relay finals. And to see how my sister, it all started up from my mother and my sister, how they grew me, how my sister was so focused and laser on in school, how hardworking is my mommy. And I say, you know what, second year, now go happen again. So second year class 4, that is when I started to branch off. I did the hurdles, I did the long jump, I did the high jump. And funny enough, Mr. Dwight Jones, a coach present at home and technical, can tell you that every time I'm gonna call him, me I beg you do, no make sure run over no hurdles. You know, so she maga, she got broke up herself. And I think my drive from how I was grown, because my mother was a single parent, and to see my sister how she balanced netball, track and field, schoolwork has shaped me and the past student of Homewood Technical. Because when I went to Homewood, there was Shiloni Calvert there, because I was very young, Anisha McCloughin, Abigail Wilkins, Rosemary White. So I had those people there who helped to groom me, who helped to grow me. You know who Mr. Wilson is already. He's a man of all, how would I say this now? He's very laser on focus and he's a man of discipline. So those people, my family, Homo Technical family, has grown me to the person I am today. And despite of the challenges, I've been plagued with injuries over and over again during my senior career. But when I look back, I just realize that, when persons are injured, they say, I'm going to give up. I can't bother. Then just be complacent. And I say, I don't see myself that way. I feel like I have a talent. I have a platform that I can help others with the talent that I have to, give them a window and guidance to how they can be a great athlete or how they can accomplish or overcome injuries. So everything has shaped me from home to homewood to UTech. So it's been a journey. It's been a great journey, and I love it.
From home to homewood. I like that.
Yeah,
Proud
I
story.
just I just make it up, I just make it up.
A woman of many talents. But I want to piggyback on something that you said because you mentioned that you transitioned into a space. It's a technical high school. They're one grade short than most schools, so you don't have that. You don't have your peers in that in grade 7 to who are of like mind who would push you and all of that. And
Hmm.
you're among stars. You're amongst Anisha McLaughlin, Rosemary White, all of these people who are stars in their own right. How did that affect you mentally?
I, I don't want to say it forced me to grow up, but it did. And I appreciate it when you look back on it because I wasn't your normal 10-year-old at home with technical high school. They will consider me the baby, I mean, the whole entire school, because I'm coming from Mandeville Primary and Junior High, which had grade 9 achievers there who
Right.
passed to Homewood, who knew me as Jellyfish, who brought that over. So I was basically the whole school, not the track and field, the whole school baby. And that forced me to grow up because I'm a person who know to pick negative from positive. And I saw how it shaped, as I said, the athletes, seeing them in their Jamaica gears, seeing how they carry themselves in school. And then I had that from home as well. So it forced me to grow up. And it also helped me to understand that you're a star in your own right, as you said. And that is what I built on to come out of that shadow, per se.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
May I ask you, how did you get that name?
Jellyfish. I'm sitting grade 3. This is his nickname. I don't remember his actual birth name. His name is Teddy. And he started school in January. And he was struggling in class and I pinched him. And he said, you pinch a hat, it sting like jellyfish. And it just stuck. It just stuck.
Interesting. I always wonder
Yeah.
why you got that name. Zavian, question to you is how will you balance the calendar for 2025?
It's the same. I don't think too hard on it. I don't overthink. It's all about listening to the body, listening to coach, have my routine down, and just focus on the goal. When you laser on that goal, you won't, stray away from it. So that's basically it. Just continue to keep focus, listening to my coach, listening to my body, and just do the best that I can when I need to at meets.
You've
Okay.
mentioned being laser focused a number of times, Janieve. How
Yeah.
important is that as an athlete to always have that mental fortitude, to just be almost like what them call that something they like to them put on the horse to make sure them not look left or right. To always have your focus in one area.
Yeah, that's a really good question. It's not even about being an athlete, it's about being a person overall in the workplace and even, in your own community and home, because there is always someone who wants to distract you. There is, even yourself will distract you with your doubts. And when you
Absolutely.
don't focus and realize your worth and believe in yourself and your talent, that is when you're going to lose it. And I always tell persons who ask me questions, especially from younger athletes or even my teammate, that when your faith is strong, when you know the promise that God has for you, when you know what you are capable of, when you know the work that you put in,
Preach,
you will
mama.
always remain focused on what you need to do and don't get distracted. Even when you don't reach that goal. As I tell you, I have this goal for myself from 2023. It is now 2025. And some people will say, boy, look how long she had tried. She didn't get this medal or anything. I have learned as a follower of Christ that everyone has their time. And it's just for you to be patient. It's just that you to remain focused and to continue to work hard. And that is what I do, because that is what you call distraction, outside noise. And while you are controlling the outside noise, you need to control the inside noise as well, because us as individuals will also distract ourselves because we start to put a lot of pressure on ourselves and we start to doubt ourselves. So I just try my best to continue to focus on what I want to do, and that is how I distract myself from the outside noise, to remain focused, because I know I'm capable of it. I know I can make it. I have the team around me to do it. It's just for me to be patient with myself, continue to push myself, continue to work hard, and just focus on that line, which have the goals on it.
So, Kino, I guess that we can raise our hand and you pronounce the benediction because Jellyfish just
Just preach a
preached the
sermon, man.
Bible a while ago. I thank you for that. I felt like I could just, pronounce the benediction right then and there. Um, Sheldon said to tell you that you have done us proud, meaning the black, green, and
Thank
gold.
you.
Um, and as you rightfully said just now, even though you haven't fully achieved what you wanted to achieve when you have a goal from 2023 and we're now in 2025, the fact that you still step out on the track and do it for yourself, do it for your family, but mostly also do it for us who
Yeah.
love the sport. And I know it cannot be easy because as fans, we even though we can't do what you do, we hit on a hard when we don't
Yeah,
get what
man.
we want.
I
But
understand
in
the
spite of that,
frustration, trust me. I understand it. Because sometimes I'm watching football or basketball, even though we know the athlete may be coming from an injury, even though we know the body is not operating how they wanted to operating at that time. Because you have a week of training, good, 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 and this time if you run something happen to you, you know where this ache come from. So I understand. That is why I love that I'm not even giving myself grace. I'm also giving the fan grace because they know what you are capable of. They expect a lot from you.
I
And
love
we
that.
have this notion, we say, we spoil Jamaicans a lot because what you think both have done in the future, Asapa Powell, Shelley and Fraser, etc. But it's not really spoil. They know how talented Jamaicans are. They know how hard the athletes work. So if they see that we fall short, we know they knock us hard, but we have to take a step back and just breathe and think and say, so I really believe them people are believing in me. So I'm gonna come back next year again and give what them want.
Look here
So we
now.
just have to turn negative
Just
into
pronounce the
positive.
benediction, no? Because it is the
Listen,
church. Pronounce the benediction, Kino.
listen. As someone who was a former coach, I can tell you that what you're saying is what coaches hope that their athletes would learn from a very young age,
Yes, yes.
because For some, it takes years to the point, sometimes even after they have left the sport, for them to
Mm,
reflect and say, oh my God, I should have had this mentality from before. So not everybody has that mental fortitude, as I said before, that you have to understand that you don't just balance or drown out the outside noise, but you should also calm the inside noise, because that's very important as well. Because yourself can be
yeah.
your own worst enemy, right?
Yes, correct. Have a
Yeah.
question.
Okay. Ramon said, what will be your approach to this season? Ramon just come. But yeah.
Okay, good night, Roman. My approach, as I said before you came on, is to have a positive approach and to listen to my body more. I'm a type of athlete who doesn't care the aches or pain that I'm feeling. I am going to push. But you have to remember that the season is long and you have a lot to accomplish later down this season. The season don't start now. So it's more like it's to just listen to my body, be an athlete that who will listen not only to my body, with my coach as well, and with the rest of the teams that I have working with me, and try my best to learn from mistake and don't dwell on them and say, oh, I ran a bad race. I am going to take that bad race and see what I did wrong and just let that teach me for the next race. So it's all positive about around the border.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, being that we know that it's all positive around the border, I know that you're down to run at
Astana.
Astana, right? Astana. Thank you. I've been
Mhm.
biting on that word for a week, right? Is there any specific expectations for you, or in terms of something specific that you are working on, you and your team, like your start or your execution? Is there anything that you would want to see come together for this indoor meet that you're going to be going at specifically?
Yes. Funny enough, even though I've been running indoor for some quiet time now, and I also had a medal for the relay, I
Lays,
really
right?
do not like indoor. I always have a negative outcome about it. I say, oh, I don't like the cutover and that. But this race now, I'm going positive to try and get a PB and also learn to finish strong. Because when I've been watching over my races, them, I realize that I'm not a strong finisher as I want to be compared to how I run my 400 with my four hurdles, which doesn't balance well with me. I can't figure it out because I don't feel much lactic or fatigue in my 400 and I finish strong compared to my hurdles, and my technique is not bad. So what I'm working on for this world indoors is to just finish strong, and for the rest of the season I'm mostly working on my finish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, technically, I've been watching you over the years. Technically, you have improved steadily over the years, and your hurdle technique is good. I do agree that you are a better finisher in the flat 400
Yes.
than in the hurdle event. How is coach addressing that?
Oh, we're doing a lot of how would you say this now? Short rest. So I can just see, building my endurance,
Okay.
basically. So I'm working on that. I'm going to tell you it's not easy, but I'm trying. And base it's just 200, but based on Saturday and based on how my hips were looking and how tall I was running and striding,
Yes.
I can see the work coming in. And it's just for me to do what I do in training and execute it on the track.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
that was a really great observation. I'm glad it's not me alone, see it. Yeah,
That's why I tell it. That's why, as you rightfully said, you give yourself grace and you also give us, the fans, grace, because we even though we don't do what you do, we see some things. But
yeah, common sense will tell you that, man, don't it? And
Yeah,
some
no,
man.
it's
people,
not. He see
some people
differently because
cuss you,
he's a coach too.
Yeah, and some people cuss you and say, "Oh no, no, if you do not, oh no, no, chops on my time." But no, no, no. Anything the fans say. One time a man see me and I said, "No, man, you have to finish stronger." And I take it and I just smile and say, "I will." And in terms of that last season, of course, the fans are going to see what we're doing and can
Oh,
give us a little input, whether they're coaches or not. So I really
so true.
appreciate that from Kino that he saw that as well.
So true. So like when you speak about the worlds, right?
Hmm.
Can I say I'm going to, maybe it's highly possible I see you on a world relays team?
Really?
What you mean,
Yeah.
really?
You never remember me last year? I ran
Yeah,
to
man,
fix.
we know, but
Listen, that mix relay, man. Oh gosh. I'm right. Yeah, I wouldn't
somebody,
mind.
I interviewed somebody last week, you see, and I asked them to give me their fantasy 4x4, and you were part of, you were his hurdler actually. So I don't know, and he's a 400 runner as yourself. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Anything for Jamaica.
anything like
Anything
that,
for Jamaica.
no, man, like
If
that.
I had the speed, I would have run a 4x1, but anything for Jamaica.
Well, why is it that you chose the hurdles over the flats? Because you're good at
What?
both, but as you said, you do better. You do your executions and stuff come much better in the flat, but you're a hurdles girl. Why? What was it? How was the battle to choose?
Okay, it started from high school. There was an incident where our original four hurdle girl got suspension from the team because of some rules that she broke for school rules. At Homewood, their uniform length have to be a certain length. You cannot wear certain earrings, no tattoos and stuff. So she broke the rule, but she's not from country, so she broke the rule. So
Sorry.
me now, as a sprint hurdler and a part of the 4x4 team, had to do four hurdles that tracked me to qualify for the boys and girl championships. I did two races, barely broke 1 minute, and a boost of confidence that year. Went to champs that you have Nikita, no, Rista and Tracy at the
Rista.
time. Can you believe that me Blaze gone left Rista? I gone left Rista and I must have Rista is a seasoned four hurdler and I Blaze a laka. I must have fought me come. I thought, yeah. And then I said, I kind of like this because the training wasn't as hard at Homewood compared to what I'm doing now for four hurdles. And I moved on and did it at Carifta Games where I won a medal. I went on to World Juniors where I won that. And I
Yeah.
said, you know what? Mr. Paul Francis approached me for a scholarship to UTech, and I was choosing between long jump and four hurdles, not the 400, because I didn't run flat 400 at Homewood. It was just the 4x4s. And I was contemplating for the long jump or the four hurdles. And I said, you know what? I came eighth at World Youth for the long jump. I won gold at World Juniors for the four hurdles. So I'm going to stick to four hurdles. Worst Million Walker was there. And Khalil Spencer, I'm sticking with the four hurdles. So that's how I get it.
Interesting. Long
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah.
Interesting. O'Shea said one Omid. But you said something about the rules, the school rules, and it just I went to an all girls school,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I mean, yeah, we know that we have school rules, but in what is happening now in the society, where I mean, we're seeing schools turning away children for the way their hair is or their uniforms, and we are noticing that the society is having an issue with the fact that that is happening. And to hear you say that, Homewood had the rules of the length of your uniform
Yeah.
just pique my thought space to say, then why are we now having, this discussion or this issue of students uniform lengths not being at a certain place, when you and I would know that this is happening from decades, you know
Yeah.
and I mean, sometimes I find that, or even our own athletes are being caught in that debacle of obeying the school rules at times. It's smiling.
Yeah.
No, I'm smiling because I am torn between. I'm going to be a little bit controversial because as a former teacher, I can understand the rules and what they're trying to achieve by setting those rules. But on the other hand, I think sometimes those uniform lengths are a little bit ridiculous. Um, Listen, one school there town was Spanish Town, where the uniform almost a drop on the ground. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, man. You have to have a balance, though.
Yeah, country's not bad enough because home was just below the knee.
Mhm.
It wasn't that long. It was just to be below the knee and
So her
just
uniform
one
did have a
earring.
fair knee.
Yeah, she was from Kingston. Yeah, she was a Kingstonian, and it was very tight. So, and I don't have a problem with these school uniform rules because it instills discipline and it prepares you for the workforce. Whether you're an athlete, or you're going to work in the bank, or you're going to be a teacher, whatever you're going to do, it prepares you for the workforce and how you carry yourself. Because that is how you get clients, and that's how you build clientele. So, I'm really surprised that you have parents and other big people having problem with these school rules and hair length. I don't have a problem with the hair length, but it's when you don't do it properly, groom properly, it just look like ragamuffin. You can have a little hair, but it just not line up properly, nothing at all. But that was it with Homewood. And as I said, Mr. Wilson was a man of discipline. And he wants his athlete to portray that on the track. Discipline in the classroom, of the classroom, because we weren't even just representing ourselves alone, representing our family and our school. These are the people who are growing us into the society to help us to be better and to improve the society. So I think that is what the school are aiming for, is that students are not representing themselves and their parents anymore. They're also representing the school and what you have to offer and what your parents have been doing at home for you. So yeah, that was it.
Take us to the starting line with all of these big name athletes running 51, running some super times that nobody thought would have
Mhm.
been possible so quickly. How do you feel? How do you prepare yourself mentally to line up in the same race as
Sydney McLaughlin.
Sydney McLaughlin? Right. How do you?
Yeah. It's all about me speaking life into myself. I realize that we like to tell people to speak positive affirmation, to say, "Oh, I'm talented, I'm beautiful." But these days, well, at anytime I line up with them, I start to speak positive Bible verse and affirmation. I am the head and not the tail. I am a leader, not a follower. And I always say, these people are humans that I'm running with. They bleed the same way, they sweat the same way, they work hard as me. I can do it as well. So when I run with these people, I'm very excited because I know that they're going to run fast. And anytime they run fast, they are going to pull me. I get to understand the pace that they're going on and something that I work on as well. So it's all about being excited to line up with them and to see what I can do for myself because I know one of these days, as I said before, it can happen because if these ladies that's done it, what will stop other people?
What if stop your doing?
We have athletes like our own athletes. We have Russia Clayton, Cheyenne Salmon. These ladies have proven that they can run fast and run their 52s and do well and be amongst the greats. So it's all about being mentally prepared and not to put a lot of pressure on yourself because I realize even though I'm speaking this right now, I realize I do have some faults where I put a lot of pressure on myself because I know what I'm capable of. I know the times that I'm hitting. I know what I can do. But then I start to overthink going down into the blocks. And then that alone just changed the game. When you have to just, be confident, trust in yourself, as I said, trust in the program, and know that you are ready. So that's
Great,
something for me to
great,
work on as well.
great, great.
What is your best race that you think you have ever run for the 400 hurdles?
Okay. It's I have a tie. It has to be Olympics 2021 when I ran the 53:08.
No it.
I don't know what was going through my mind. There was I wouldn't say it was a lot of pressure, but I know I was capable of running 52, but I went to the start block blank. I didn't have any fear. I just had one instructions from my coach, and it was when you hit that seventh hurdle, you run for your life. And that was the only thing on my mind. And trials last year when I didn't put in a lot of training because I have to wear a boot because I have a crack heel up till now. So I started training in January and it was an up and down season, going to the Diamond League, running 55, having persons writing articles saying if I'm going to make it, because I think I was fifth in the list for Jamaicans.
Jamaicans.
And yeah, and training wasn't going how I wanted to go. I was missing training. I was in excruciating pain. I was like, okay, if I don't make this Olympic team, I'm just going to go straight to the and do the surgery because it takes 6 months to recover. So I'll be back for 2025. And I had a little conversation with my coach, and he was saying that just go out there, have fun. You know you're talented. I know you're going through the pain. Just go out there and do your best. In the 4 hurdles heats, I felt really comfortable. He even made a joke and said, "Oh, you can bust her," without him knowing that I shut down. I was shutting down in the heats. And then to go into the finals, I just remember him saying that you have been here before. You have accomplished a lot before. Do not belittle yourself. And I went out there in the second fastest time in my career
Wow.
with a crack heel and a fluid knee.
Have we gotten past that now?
Oh no, not yet.
Not yet. So
Because, you know,
that's why
still,
O'Shane is saying. That's why O'Shane you got O'Shane. I think you get your answer from that there.
oh,
O'Shane say me hope injuries Lego your shot in a 2025.
I hope so too. But the positive about that, as I said last year, I wasn't training as much as I want. I was in a boot until January. This year, I incorporate training while we're in the boot. So every time I finish a session, I put back my foot in my boot so I can take pressure off the bone. So I've been trying my very best to do as much as I can for the background compared to last year.
Okay.
How fast do you think you can go
For which event?
for the
The hurdles for the hurdles, 'cause
hurdles
that's what you're
in
choosing
the
to run,
hurdles?
and we know you can damage the flats, but the
I
hurdles.
think I can I think I can run 51.6. I really
One.
believe I can do 51.6 with a good execution. When I said good execution, is that left foot. No jumping in the hurdles, no shuffling with that left foot. A smooth hurdling compared to what I do with my right foot should give me a 51.6, 51 high.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I asked the question because I can see a 51. I see a 51 in you, but it's gonna take, as you said, the lack of shuffling. You have to stop that shuffling, and
Yeah,
also tighten that last part of the race.
The
Finish
deadly.
strong and hold your form. Just execute.
yes, that's
It's
it.
there. It's there.
It sounds simple, but every time you're supposed to do it, it's hard. I don't know why the shuffling happening. Trust me, every time I reach a hurdle, it's so quick as a boop start shuffle. So that is what I'm working on.
Do you think you
Yeah.
need to, being that it is every time when you reach the hurdles, you start shuffling? Do you think you need to figure out how to be a little? It's not slowing down in between the hurdles, but I guess something is happening in between the hurdles. While when you get to it, you do that shuffle. What do you think can be done then in between that hurdles, so that when you get to the hurdles, you're not feeling that you are unsure, so that you shuffle?
Well, what I'm working on in training now is using the left foot, the weaker foot that I don't like more often because I believe that I'm not confident enough with the left foot. So I shuffle for it to get a perfect form or try to get my right leg that I prefer more. So what I'm doing now, I'm not relying on the right foot anymore. Anytime I have my hurdles drill, I start with my left foot. If I run over the hurdles, I start with my left foot because I don't like it. So I'm trying to incorporate it more in
More.
anything that I do, especially even in the gym. If I know I'm balancing in a single leg exercise and I'm doing the right leg, I don't start with the right leg. I start with the left leg. So that's what I'm working on to be more confident with it and to make it more stronger.
Okay, interesting. So what is
Yeah.
your time that you think you can go for the flats, because you answered the hurdles first?
49.8. I think I'm a 49.8 person. Or
Okay,
anything 49. Yeah.
can get there. Well, I
Yes.
mean, if you feel like your body can get there, then I know that you will get there. Ashay is asking if you care to try the sprint hurdles to help solidify your technique.
I don't have a problem. I wouldn't mind if my coach put me in 200-meter hurdles race this year. And when I say two, I want to use one with the right foot and then the next race with the left foot. So you can see the difference. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. Because I would definitely use the Olympic height, which is higher, which should help me with the left leg. Yeah.
You sound so excited about the question. Like if you try it and it's comfortable, you feel like it, I just say, we can try by your son one time, you know?
Yeah, you see, the thing is with this sports or any sports at all, it's always room for improvement and learning. I get excited about it because you're just fascinated with the human body, how well it can adapt to certain things and how well it adapts to learn. So I'm just really excited to learn new things and to see what I can do as an individual or as an athlete to see what I can dabble in. It's not to just say, oh, I'm going to do 100 hurdles at the Olympics or World Champs, but to see what I can accomplish from doing that and to see how it will help me in my main event.
You
Okay.
know, you mentioned how the body adapts to training and different circumstances. Over the years, we have seen a lot of evolution in the sport and how science is applied to it. Certainly, from my time learning as a coach, things have moved on, and you have to constantly. I know this, especially coaches like of your, like the coach that who coaches you. Someone at that caliber or of that caliber would ensure that they are off here with the different things that are going on. How much of that does your coach pour into your training, the technological advances and the science of the sport? And do you think it's important? Or you just go out there go run fast?
I believe it is very, very important because I can't remember right now why my brain is so foggy. There's something called exercise. I don't remember when you're in your body, if you're doing a workout or if you're on a diet and you see that you're not losing the weight, it's because your regimen does not change.
Right.
And what you realize with the human body, you need change for it to grow. And I get a lot of it. Cause you be there and you say, how may I train from November or how may I train for October and January? No, I'm sore. This is very important for your growth in track and field so that your body don't get used to it. Because if you're used to just doing one thing, how are you going to improve?
Yeah.
So these things are very important for you to run fast, for you to throw far, for you to jump further. It's because it helps your body to grow. And it's very important. And I really appreciate that the coaches at MVP, and I hope the other coaches do it too. I think they do have that in their program so the body don't adapt to it and you stay the same way. Because they can't be doing the same program you're doing last year and you're running um 53, you're expecting to go faster this year. So you need changes. Oh, it's
Okay.
called muscle memory. Yes, but there's something else. It's like when your body stall. Like some people are doing their workout and they're saying, "Oh, they're eating well, they're in the gym, but they're not losing the weight." But do you change your regimen in the gym? Are you just doing the same
The same
squat? Or
thing.
are you just seeing do the same Bulgarian for the whole 4 months? You're not going to see changes. You have to have in cardio into it. You have to have bench press, something like that. But I
Yeah.
understand about the muscle memory as well. That's so the
Yeah.
shuffling come in. You see, through
There,
my
there
arms, I
is
shuffle, shuffle. And they must remember the shuffling. It always a shuffle.
there's a term for it, but God know me not remember either.
Yeah.
A long
Principal
time.
progression. Mm.
If
Principles of
if
progression.
you were given the choice to choose between running on the mixed 4x4 team and the original 4x4 team, you have to choose one. Which one would you prefer?
4x4.
Why?
No disrespect to any male track athlete, but me tell you about women. It's a woman when them go out there on the track for get that button, there's a certain determination from them. You have a person, running 53 flat, go 400, and we split a 50-point gain.
That's
So
true.
I just
Yeah.
really love running with women, especially the 4x4, because they just change out into a different beast. Um, with my experience running the mixed relay for 2019 and at the World Relays in Bahamas, it was okay, but I just really prefer to run the 4x4 woman just straight. Because it's just traditional for us in high school as well. It's getting taking a little bit to get used to.
When you hear the name, uh, I know a lot of people have her as a mentor. A lot of people look up to her. But when you see and hear the name Novlene Williams Mills, what comes to your mind?
Determination. That young woman is full of determination. And remember, I'm a four hurdler, so I'm always laser on with Dion Hemmings, Khalees Spencer, Melaine Walker. And 2015, when I was at the World Championship and watched that 4x4, not knowing that she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and to see her and then to be around her 2015, 2016 on teams and at Diamond Leagues, she carried herself with so much grace and poise. And enough people don't even give her the flowers that she deserves because probably she's so reserved. But she is you can see that she's very hardworking. She's very determined. She love what she do and she love her country. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what comes
asked
to
that
mind for me
question
for
because
her.
and I know that you would have been in the same space with her, and it for so many she's an inspiration, and I really
Yeah.
wanted to know the impact that someone like her would have had on you in around that time.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, she don't even have to say anything. You just look at her and how she carry herself just would make you be inspired because you say, "Oh, I want to be like that lady." Just how she carry herself, how she trains, and how to compete would just want you to be or emulate someone like that.
Yeah, man. How are you going to choose your races for this season? I know you touched briefly on that before, but I see so many athletes these days. They're not just going after every meet to, you know, get the bag, but they're also choosing very strategically which meet they take on, where do they go to run, and all of these things.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And what I like about it is that my coach is very knowledgeable about it. And what he told us that competing shapes you for race. It helps you to get better. It's not about training alone. You need to learn how to race in different climate, under different circumstances and situations. So for this year, I think it's a very long season. So I think he will be doing how he will be choosing the races is for more likely to prep for September and to shape the body more how to race in that, climate changes and stuff like that. Especially knowing that Tokyo is going to be very hot in September. I think he'll just cooperate how we will compete in a cold climate, traveling far, because there are some races that we have to compete in that we have to travel the day before and compete. So it's just really to prep the body to get better and to prep the body to compete under circumstances under fatigue and so on. So I was
Yeah.
just working with the coaches to see how they would choose it. I think they would choose it very well. And as you say, it's not really about chasing the bag. It's about really saving enough endurance to execute when it matters. Yeah,
Okay,
and we need
great.
that because it's in September, so you need your best to be in September.
Yeah, man, it's very important to peak at the right time, and
Yes.
it's also important, as you said, that your body experiences all different kind of climates, and you need to run at altitude, all of those things to ensure that you're not broadsided
Yeah.
by
Mm-hmm.
whatever comes your way. Yeah, come in, Lati. Let me see you come back.
Um, I'm going to ask you this question that I had to ask you down further. And that is, I'm asking it now because we were talking about Novlin Williams Mills and the relays, and you chose the flat 4x4. Name your fantasy. If you had to play track and field
Yeah.
in game, name your four female and male. So I want the male team, the female team, who you'd have on your team that you know that team will be a winning team or will get a medal that you'll put there, making up of the current crop that we have now.
Ooh,
Eh.
that's difficult. Because the females is so broad. Okay, I'll definitely have Stacey and Williams on it. Um, her name is Nikisha.
Nikisha,
Is Nikisha? Yeah,
Nikisha
Nikisha.
Price.
Nikisha Price. Me, of course. And this one is very hard. Very, very hard. But I'm going to choose her because she runs 4x4 very well, indoor and outdoor. She's a seasoned 4x4 runner, especially in college. I love how she executes herself. And I'm not putting down anybody else over her. It's just because how experienced she is on the relay. So I'm going to pick Shirky Young over Candice.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Reasonable.
just because, yeah.
Reasonable.
But it was very hard
Understandable.
to. But if I was supposed to, I would just take off myself and put Candice. But
All
it was
right.
very hard. For the
Okay.
male now, oh, so we have Antonio Watson, Javon Powell, um,
Sean Bailey. Yeah.
Rasheen McDonald. Don't bite me in the comments. And I said Barnes already.
No.
Barnes from Spring Tech.
Kino, tell her why you're laughing, Kino.
No, man, I behave myself tonight.
No, you have to tell her.
About
You should say,
about you can say it.
she
Remember,
know
say
Let me
to go
tell
and
Janieve
you.
a
get, no,
preacher,
Let
you
me
she
know,
know
tell
I
to
you.
go and
behave
get a little
myself.
piece of bite. So say
Let
it.
me tell you. It depends on which part you position them. But if
All
you
right,
rush you now
position
the
them
re
first. All right, position
Listen,
them
we
first.
just
okay.
don't know which Rashid we're going to get on the day. We don't
Let,
know
No, it,
which
I
one.
think he will run a good third leg. I think he would have run a good third leg.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe,
me not
maybe.
think start and anchor him. But you see third, put him there, so yeah, man.
All right, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay,
That is why I'm choosing for there, so third leg. If not, Demish Gale.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Any
You
I don't
you
want
would
to
have
change up anything.
well, go on, Lottie, go on.
no, me make you stay with that. Me make you stay,
Yeah,
cause
man.
yeah,
We're
me
not,
now
we're not,
you see because you came and preached the Bible since night, y'all get the saving grace. Yeah, you say you have to give yourself grace, but I'm going to give you that grace for that team where you just chose a while ago.
I
I'll
want to
give
be
that grace.
Yeah.
I want to be a little bit controversial though, because every year when we go to a major championship, we have a lot of speculation about what happens behind the scenes. And in some cases, it's not even speculation because we would have heard testimonies of what really happened from persons who were there. Um, why is there so much controversy around who runs on the relay team?
Um, I think it's because of the rules, because I don't really know what's going on, you know. You don't see jellyfish, so jellyfish running or eating. But I feel it's because
Or
the rules that
eating.
J3, yeah. And I feel it's because the rules that J3 put out when they say, oh, the top four is they definitely have a spot on the final team, and
Is
the
it
others they can.
J3 though, or it's the IWF rule now, or IWF has just changed to that rule that the
No,
top four
no,
needs to
that's
be a
our
part of it?
person. No, man, that's our personal rule. That's our rule that we
Okay.
make. I don't think World Relay or World Athletics have anything to do with it. But based on how it looks, you don't definitely make the top four run the 4x4. 'Cause these are the people who come first, second, and third, fourth. These are the people you have at the top. But what I realized with now, even running relays, is that even though a person probably run good flat, is how they chemistry with someone else and how they will execute. Because you have a person who knows to put a button in a person's hand, whether their hand is shaking or whatever, to ensure that it goes around the track very safely. So it does, I think it's the rules, and persons believe that they can do this because they probably run this time at a certain time. But for me, running on a relay is all about having my responsibility to represent my country. I don't care if it's the heats alone I run or it's just the finals or both. My duty is to go out there, ensure that Team Jamaica has a lane in the finals and anything else can play. I don't really take really that serious to say, oh, I want to run that. If you call upon me to run a heat right now, and then you call me later in the night and say, oh, we're not using it, I don't feel no way. Because I know I did my part to help the team qualify. But I guess the
Not everybody have
generation
the
now,
same.
yeah, not
Genevieve,
everybody think the same. So
Genevieve,
I don't know.
you're obviously someone who is very patriotic, and I really admire that. I can't say I am as patriotic as you are, but
Mm-hmm.
it's admirable. Um, I'm gonna say something, and you can choose not to go too deep in it. But you spoke very highly of Mr. Wilson in particular, and a lot of people seem to think that Mr. Wilson is the problem in the national setup. What do you have to say about that, Janieve?
They tell you the same thing I tell them. Mr. Wilson I know in high school is not the Mr. Wilson I know as senior because he has never coached me or taught me as a senior athlete. So when people talk about Mr. Wilson, it's a surprise to me because that's not the Mr. Wilson I know from Homewood. So it's different when they talk about it. I don't really know that because when I hear about it, I never know if Mr. Wilson. Because I tell you, so when I finish run, is that's when I get called up to run. Um, release. I don't know who choose it until I go on social media and say, "Oh, Mr. Wilson name
In a
in the
bangarang.
media." So yes, I told them already when they were having a discussion. I said the Mr. Wilson that I know at Home Technical is not the Mr. Wilson you guys know, so I can't even say anything about it. But if him, you know.
I won't make Kino
So she
ring
sound
you or
like
ring
she
you
sound like
anything.
the person who drink the milk and don't go no cow at all. She don't really want
Yeah,
to know
me,
about what go on.
I don't want as long as this I
As long
don't know
as they
certain
get the
things.
milk to drink.
And I do my duty and I know that I did it well. Yeah. Some people call it full, but at
No,
least I
no
don't know
fool man. You
anything.
stay out of the baga
Stereotype
baga.
problem, right?
Yeah.
So O'Shea said, being that you're the senior hurdler at MVP, what level of responsibility is on you to inspire the new ones like Brady, etc.?
It's very simple and it comes from the heart. You just want to genuinely help these athletes, and track and field is not forever. You're going to retire whether it's in your 30s or in your 40s, and some people retire in their 20s. So you want to inspire and help these younger ones because you're not gonna have it forever and it's not for a specific person. So I find it my duty to when these, especially homewood students or whoever come to MVP, I find joy in helping them. I don't care which event they run or they're a jumper. I always ensure that I help them out because I've already went through the route. I've already went through that. And I find it really pleasing that I could inspire others to ensure that they probably don't make the same mistakes that I have made and to be better than I was.
If
Okay.
not track and field, then what? Because you have a model's physique and bone
Really,
structure. Yes,
I
so
wanted to be a flight
you never hear that
attendant.
before.
Girl, want go,
I wanted to
girl,
be a
girl, want
flight
go cute.
attendant.
You like to serve. You like to be a
And
person in service.
and they look cute. I like the uniform and stuff. I wanted to be a flight attendant.
Are you a girly
So
girl?
I
Mm.
would like to believe so. I can't do makeup, but I like it. I would like,
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay, okay.
Oh, look at what? Yeah, look at the yeah. Look
See,
at.
right there, sir. Right there, sir. Right there, sir.
Yeah, but if not track and field, I wanted to be a flight attendant so bad.
So,
So
so like, oh,
bad.
you do want to be a flight attendant so bad. Where do you see yourself after hanging up your spikes?
I really want to give back to the community. I want to be an entrepreneur. For anyone who don't know, I love sweetie so much. I love anything that bake. So I really would like to open a bakery that sells cupcakes, ice cream and stuff like that. So
So,
yeah, an entrepreneur
like your belly.
with sweets. Yes. But yeah, that's that track and field. I want to be an entrepreneur that serve people and let them belly be happy.
Okay. O'Shea
Yeah.
said he's asking you to give him a heptathlon before you retire.
Mm, you really want me to get Anna? Is Anna she the Anna Hall around for her money? Yeah, that and bringing up memories about that. That was really a journey for me. You see, I didn't train for it. I was just winging everything at that time, but I enjoyed it while it lasted.
Okay. I'm going to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you think could be done to make Jamaica track and field better?
Good question.
To make it better. Um, hmm. If I say I don't see a problem with that, I am the problem. But to make track and field better, we need more resources. not every athlete is a signed athlete. We have athletes who are working 9 to 5 and training. And I think that we need a facility where athletes can go on the weekends or during the week for recovery. We need things for mental training, not a specific person that only reach out to people who are signed, but athletes who are not contracted athletes and have the ability to. And I think it should go across the border from high school to college to professionals, because what we noticed, compared to what we are used to back in the days, we have athletes, especially in the junior levels, getting injuries a lot because they're growing different. So I think that we need more facility that helps us with recovery, that athletes of all type, signed, non-signed, junior athletes can afford. And I think that we will perform I think we will perform better when we do that at all levels. Not saying that we are not, but it will be more for us. As you can see, we have throwers that have the ability to medal at all levels who need the help and assistance to be better. So I think that what that we need, because not all clubs are resourceful in that area.
in that area.
Other 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 track and field associations around the world, most um, are operating in a way where it benefits the athlete more than the system itself. I find that our system seemingly is more tailored towards the needs and the views of the persons who are running the administration. How damaging do you think that is to the sport itself? Because over the last few years, you have seen somewhat of a backward step because of the amount of red tape and just the, the administrative portion of stuff just not being handled well. How much do you think that is affecting the sport itself, the transition from primary school to high school to, and people just generally loving the sport and wanting to be a part of it?
Yeah, I think it affects the sports. The administration needs to do better. A prime example was the World Relays last year when our coaches weren't properly informed of the requirements for the athletes to travel to qualify our team. They're not communicating well with the coaches, and then, they're clashing with coaches because coaches need to know beforehand so they can prep the athletes that they need to send to make effort for the team to be, to make the team. So the administrations are not working the way they need to work. They work when they feel like to work and what benefits them, and not the sports to make it seem like they are working, because that was a simple thing to do. And I was saddened to know that we had faltered in that era and we're struggling to get our men's to qualify for the Olympic Games. And I also it hurts me to know that we have athletes, especially in junior levels as well. We struggle at a simple place like character games, because they're not informed properly, and it don't even dampen the organization, but also for the fans as well, because everybody's getting mixed signal and mixed story and everything not working how they want to work. And then it put the coaches in a position where they have to scatter and try to make things proper for what the administration has also mixed up as well. And it happens at games as well, for World Championship, Olympic Games, when they're not communicating well and we're having problems with sending out a relay team, or we're having problems with numbers. So the administration is just working like they're in Jamaica, and not everywhere you go works like Jamaica. So
Do
I don't know if they're not properly informed in the organizations on how things are worked, but things don't flow as fluently as how we want it to.
do you find that the the administrators are acting like they are the ones with the expertise? They're more, they're trying to dictate to the coaches what to do, rather than spending the time being administrators of the sports.
I don't have no nail, I don't have no hammer, for lick it pan the head. You are totally correct. You are totally correct. It's not like we're saying that all the coaches want to take over, but it is very helpful when all persons involved communicate well and get involved to know what is happening with the athletes training, and when they're available, and what can be done to make the athletes feel comfortable and better for them to perform well. Because at the end of the day, it's not the administration is performing, it's the athletes, and the athletes cannot perform if the administration don't do their part properly to let the road be smooth for them.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that's the biggest challenge that we have. The administrators, there is no line. It's
Yeah.
almost like the administrators want to be coaches themselves and to tell the athletes what to do and the coaches what to do and how to plan the program and how
Wow.
to set it up and that. And it's because there is no line that is drawn there, no separation of roles. Then you have this thing where, from the outside looking in, it's like it's all about money and everybody
Mm.
politics and it's money, as O'Shea said a while ago, and the needs and well-being of the athletes are not being taken into account.
Yeah. And I know that it's, well, for me, you need money to run the organization. You need
True.
it. But I personally feel like that we need to take a step back and don't make pride take over. Because what is so bad for you to involve the coaches and listen to the coaches, because they're the one giving you the athletes that we need to perform well. The administration don't travel to these places unless the athletes make the team. If you don't have athletes making the World Championship team or the Olympic team or the Commonwealth team, any team that we have to represent Jamaica, how are you going to present yourself of Jamaica Association of Athletics to the world or to world athletics? So it's very important for us to gel. The coaches don't want to take away your administration. The coaches want to be involved, and the coaches want space for them to work so they can give Jamaica, or they can make the athlete perform at their best of their ability. Because you have some athletes who may be going through something and need some extra attention, and the coach is the only person who have the program that can do it. And you're telling the coaches how he needs to run his program so that you can look uniformed when you go to a certain place.
Yeah,
So I think they need to gel. No one needs to take over it. The coaches are very happy in the position they are as coaches, but they need room for the athletes to blossom. Yeah.
yeah. Excellent points.
Excellent point. Okay, HP is asking your thoughts on athlete association, meaning having an association where it's just athletes. What are you, an athlete body? Do you think that you guys need to have one of that?
Miss HP, we have one, but I don't know what is going on with it. I hear that we have one, but I don't know what is going on with it. But
But you
we're
don't know
supposed
what's
to
going
have.
on with it.
I don't know anything about it, but
Okay.
we're supposed to have one.
Okay. Sheldon is asking, what more can us fans do to support our athletes, to support you guys? What more can we do outside of, just coming to the events when you guys are there and stuff? What more is it that you think we can do?
I wouldn't even say have kind of words, but not everyone view things like how I view it. But even when you see an athlete on the road, positive words would be very great for that. And if you have something to say, I think athletes need to take criticism very well, but it's how you criticize us. So be kind with your criticism. Nobody that tells you can't tell us, oh, I never like the race, but how you say it. And I think that Jamaica is doing very well at supporting us already. And, oh, Janieve. And we love you guys for that. So just continue to do what you are doing. I don't think we can ask for anything more than just to make your criticism more positive for
More
us, you know?
positive, more positive.
Yeah.
But what we fans might think, oh, we criticize you is positive. It's just that is how you guys take it. I'm just saying, I'm just being a devil's advocate. I know what you mean, though, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, some of us don't take it well, and then some of us don't have a problem with it, but it's how they probably say it. Like, how the man just come up and say, could taking time, stuff like that. But we don't
Yeah,
take it to heart. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Okay.
Sometimes we rough pound. That one just
Yeah.
sit down now. She needs to go sit down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like that.
Yeah,
Oh gosh, me not like that, but you can't tell me say no man, you have to come back and try again. That would have
yeah,
worked for me. But
man.
if you go sit down, tell me to come back again. Let me if you sit down.
Sheldon wants to know which athlete outside of Jamaica do you see as your motivation in wrapping up?
Okay. Sheldon Smith, it's not Genevieve, it's Janieve. Thank you very much. And let me tell you, I people probably say this is cliche, but I really admire Sydney McLaughlin. Not because she's a four hurdler, but her faith in God. I read her book and to see what she went through and to see how she reached as a young athlete at her age to take up that responsibility. 'Cause you know, when you're young, you want to party, you want to do all things to just enjoy life. And to see her enjoy life with God in it and perform well with it, and to see that she was once an athlete who was criticized. I did not know that USA criticized her after that 2016 Olympic Games. I really admire her work on the track and off the track. Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for fun in an off season?
Sleep, watch Korean drama. I found this new thing doing. I like to explore Jamaica. I'm a type of, let me tell you, I was so sheltered, not in a way that, oh, my mommy don't want me to do things. I was forced to do things in high school. I never like leave home. Never like leave home. I was stuck on the TV or the phone. So I like exploring Jamaica, like going to hotels, trying their food, the beach. So that's it, yeah.
You like to eat.
Don't mention the food again.
Yes,
You need to
you
come
like
down.
to eat
You need to
because
come down, man.
everything has to do with sweets, food, and your belly. You like to
Come,
eat.
come,
So,
come, come, come down to to the hotel, and we'll take very good care of you.
Which
I'll,
hotel is that?
I'll upgrade you to a master suite.
Which hotel is that?
I will let him drop it
I'll send it to you.
Yes,
But
please.
just know, say when you come, you start out, you get a master suite, and we give you VIP status and all of
you
these
get
things.
to eat
Man.
all you can
Yeah,
eat.
Oh my, I wouldn't mind. I started doing that when we got the sandals thing
yeah.
Mhm.
from Olympics.
Yes.
I experienced it. I was like, no man, I like this.
So when you're traveling, your suitcase is filled with what?
Um, Twizzlers, Skittles, um, the big Ritz bits, preferably sour cream. No, yeah, or cheese. Yeah.
So I know what to take. I know what to take come trials or when it is that I see you're down to run at a meet here. I know what to take with me and just send it around and just said, yeah, just package it neatly
Yes.
for you. I said track and field tartness and you know where it's coming from. I
Yeah,
promise
I
you.
was packing since tonight and I had to go to Mega Mart to get the Twizzler, cherry Twizzler. Although it's still in the airport, but I just get it to travel with.
I dropped the name in the
In the
chat,
chat.
in the private chat. So
Oh,
no,
But
be
you're,
I
serious, man.
lie.
you're
You lie. You
Yes,
told lie. When me write it down, so me I plan a trip for that. You
don't worry
lie.
yourself, but you're not good then, man.
Let me write it down.
just drop, just ding, who ding you, and then just
Yeah,
say
man.
going this day
Just
and we will
link
just
up
make
with
it happen.
Lati, and we're good to go.
And we're good to go.
Wow.
God
You
says,
saw you saw God work? Wow. You come off of this. You saw God work? What? I was looking one because I have to plan a birthday for April. And I
All
wanted
right.
to, oh my. This how God
We're good
bless
work?
to
your
go. We're good
heart.
to go, man. Just let us know when you're coming, and we will take care of the rest.
Okay. Nice.
Um, in the 2025 season, what records would you love to see go and by whom?
Good question.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to see the four hurdles women record go by me. Yes. Say in the name of Jesus. Um,
Speak it into being, as the Bible says, call the things that
yes.
are not until they are. Go, girl.
I would like the 100-meter hurdles record to lower,
From 12
or
to 12.
Jamaican, yeah, for
So at
Jamaican, and we give
12:21.
Oh, you mean for Jamaica or for the world record? Because we're currently at 12:24 at
yeah, I would like it
11.
to I would like it to lower.
So Akira and Danielle and all you good ladies, Genevieve is challenging you to lower that
The-
12:24
And the
Yeah.
new ones coming up who
And
don't know
all
your
those
names
new
as
persons
yes.
coming up that we don't know as
Yeah.
yet. Yeah. Jenny, we don't want to see 1220s anymore.
For the 100-meter men, I might be biased, but you guys know what I'm going to say. It's like Kishane Thompson. I really would like Kishane Thompson to go close to our record. I really would like to see him run 9.6.
Yeah.
Look
Uh,
what it said before you go and you open that door now. I
I
got
really
ask
would like to see that.
I got ask you a question about, I'm gonna say your training partner because you both,
Yeah,
train in the same camp. We as fans know that he's injury prone and we have seen it over the years with him. And to see him taking on the challenge of going to run with you at
yeah.
call the word before I bite my tongue. Run with you.
Astana.
Astana.
Astan, what is it that you personally would love to see for him in that indoors, being that it will be, something
His
new to
first.
him and it is his first.
Yeah.
What would you love to see from there? Because we as fans have different viewpoints of him going to run there, even though we saw
Hmm.
him run that 6'3".
Oh yeah,
Really, but
6'4". No pressure to Kishane. It's his first indoor meet, but I would love to see him lower his personal best. And is a humble student to the sport. And I'm expecting great things for him. So my expectation going into the meet is for just him to lower it. I know people want to see him break that world record. And for me, I just want him to lower it. When he lower it, we will see if it's a record or just a personal best.
okay.
Listen, 6-4 running into a negative win is crazy to me.
Me
I think
say, I told me don't want to extra it up. We just
But
yes,
to
want to
tell
put,
you,
man,
you know?
a
But that
serious
was
business, a
great.
serious business if I go on
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah, and I love that for him, and I love that he chose MVP because, as I said, the coaches there study the sport. I feel like they study the human body because for a person like him who's so injury prone, was able to come to compete last year and was able to compete so early this year shows you that they take pride in their work and they don't even just focus on them to be the top coach. They focus on their athletes and to ensure that their athletes are ready to go. So I'm proud of him and I'm just excited to see what he is going to do next.
okay.
Yeah.
Very much. Very, 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 very much. Were you finished with the records? Because O'Shea said
Oh,
he wants I just want you to just continue throwing out some records that O'Shea want the Flojo records. So I guess O'Shea want to ask you if you want those two Flojo records also, but remember I stated by whom you think you would want for it to go with.
well, that Flo Joe record, I wanted to go with too, and I love the ladies that run the sprints. So I don't know even who I want to get it. I wish all of them could have get it, but that record I wanted to go as well. I love those ladies who compete. So, I don't know. Injury-free Elaine, injury-free Elaine, injury-free Sherika Jackson and Chilean Fraser. All of the three of them can just get it, back
So
to
right
back.
on the
So,
line.
yeah. So I would like that to go. Um, yeah, I think I'm finished.
Yeah, you're finished.
Yeah.
Anything else, Kino? Because I am finished with her because she needs
I
to go
mean,
finish
I think
acting.
I think this was a lovely interview.
Oh my.
Listen, your authenticity, it energizes the room. Like me never know say I saw you stay
So people never know me.
because
I'm going to tell you, I'm not tooting any horns here, but this has been the best interview. I get to express myself and my thoughts, not only about myself, but the sports itself, and to put my point of view on not only me as an athlete but for other athletes who don't get the same platform that I do to express themselves. So I really 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 love this. I don't even know the time was flying to how much me I chat. That have
yes,
to
I
show you
have flight
how
tomorrow.
comfortable. Yeah. And then you guys as interviewers, you said you were going to ask some hard questions, but let me tell you, you're good at your jobs. And I love it. And I pray that you guys continue to do what you do and get more people because this needs to continue, not only before trials or before World Championships, but even after and during. This is really, 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 really lovely. I love it. Tell you, love it.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it, but we appreciate you as well, and the time that you spent with us. I know you're busy and you have you're flying tomorrow. You want to get some rest, but it's really refreshing. Conversation was really
Training
refreshing.
tomorrow before I fly. You
Oh
saw there?
Lord!
We say
Wow!
we have to.
Wow!
I tell you have to love
So
what you
good.
do. You
Yeah,
have
you
to
have
love
to love
what you
what
Yeah.
you
do.
do
Mm-mm.
very much.
Train before.
Wow! Um, but yeah, really wonderful. But I want you to make one promise to us though. That when
Yeah.
you win the medal, then you come back and sit with us
Listen,
again.
video call me. Yes, when I see me call it the middle at the podium, you Instagram me, send me the link or you WhatsApp me. I will video call in before we go to medal presentation. What you mean?
Right this song, right this
Somebody have
song.
to somebody have to hold the phone. What you mean?
Yeah,
And remember,
yeah,
When
say
you
you
see
man.
come
me,
down, so you know, remember, say April you come down at the hotel
yes,
and
yes, yes, yes.
go assign
What you
butler to you
mean?
and all of these things that make you feel good, you know. I want to you.
Right. And then when you're down there with the bottle and all of these things, you said track and field TFTN, right through.
I need a shirt. You guys don't have shirts?
Yes,
I
we
need
have
a
shirts.
We
shirt.
Don't
have
worry,
shirt.
yourself. We have
I need a
shirts.
shirt for I need a shirt for trials to
Yeah,
wear to warm up in.
no worry yourself. You shall get it. When you go and come back, when you
I
go and
serious,
come
you
back.
know?
No, and I'm
And if you're
saying
gonna
to you,
take me serious. Okay.
No man, we take you serious,
no
man.
man. I said
Please do that.
when you go Saturday and come back home and you have your
Yeah.
meat here, I get it. I'll get it dropped off for you or something.
This program is very refreshing. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. Very, very refreshing. Big up O'Shea. Very, very refreshing. I love this.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you.
I mean, Kino done say the thanks already. But
Yeah.
again, definitely, I've just reiterated what Kino said. Thank you so much for, taking the time, and giving us the opportunity to speak with you, giving us the opportunity to know you off the track, to know a
Yeah.
little about you off of the track, to see your faith coming through, off the track. Because I mean, we would never know that this is who we sit and cheer or who we sit and beat whenever some time comes,
Yeah.
but I mean, we appreciate you taking the time and being here. And we just want to tell you, have a safe training session in the morning when we are sleeping or something.
Yeah.
And have a safe flight tomorrow, and
Thank
also have
you.
a great Saturday. Have a great meet, and all the best for the meet. And we hope that you will achieve what it is that you want to achieve, at that meet on Saturday. And definitely, we will be seeing you here when you come to our meet here, when you come a little
Yeah.
development meet them, that we are all there and we're here with you. And then we will see you definitely again on the track for June, definitely, because we are always there, and we wish you all the best. And definitely, you will be back either
Mm-hmm.
before June and after September. So definitely, we
Yes.
thank you for the encouragement that you have given to us on the program, to tell us to continue, and stuff. So we thank you so much.
Thank you guys so, so much.
Thank you.
Definitely,
Thank you.
yeah. So
And link up Lati when you're ready, all right?
man,
Uh,
Yes.
definitely, because April is set,
yeah, man.
ready up. So thank you again. Good
Thank you
night
so
to
Thank
much,
you.
you.
Jenny. Have a good
Sure.
evening.
Same to you. Good night, guys. And thank
Bye.
you to the fans in the comment section.
The family. So you
Oh,
have a
sorry,
new
the
family.
family.
Yes, you have a new
Yes.
family. Track and
I
field
should not have
tournament
Facebook, you
family.
know. I should not have Facebook.
No, we're over YouTube too, and as you know, we're over Instagram. But
Yeah.
with Instagram, the streaming of the live on the Instagram is, the timeline is less short, and it is a little bit harder to do it over there. So that's why we
Okay.
tend to do it mostly on YouTube and here. So you can also follow us on subscribe and go comment on our YouTube. I'll send you back the link for that one also,
Yes,
and so that you
please.
can have others to, and definitely so that you can also have other of your training partners to come and feel comfortable and be welcome to our family. So we definitely thank you for coming into our family. You now have a new family. Track and field on it. Love you.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Love
All the
you.
best.
Take care.
Bye. Love you too,
Sure.
guys. Bye.
So, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all, wherever it is that you joined us from. We definitely was really happy that you were be able to join us here tonight when we had, that lovely sweetheart there. So we have garnered another family. Kino, come, Kino.
No, me feel like my face look like cartel one.
It was again another great interview. And definitely just remember, if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube page or the Instagram page, remember to just go on over to either of them and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell your friend and your friend for your friend for your friend, your auntie, uncle, cousin, and brother. We need to subscribe over the YouTube page. Great things is in store for the 2025 season, and we will definitely be looking out to see our new family member, what happens for her at the meet on Saturday and beyond, and what will happen and what will come. So we continue to keep it locked here to Track and Field Talknet, where we talk about tracks always as we learn and as we discussed. Yeah,
Big up yourself, my sister.
big up always.
Big
So
up
good morning,
everybody
good
in the
afternoon.
comments.
Definitely. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, wherever it is that you joined us from. If you are walking, please walk safely. If you are driving, please be careful, continue to be safe. And if you're home, continue to be resting quite fine. We thank you for being here with us. Good night, everybody.